Hello and welcome to Cinemania. My name is Ellis Charles Hoffmeister, and I'm currently bringing you this Cinemania from bed post nap because it was my first day off in a little bit. Because I've been filming, so that's always great, and I'm excited about that. And I also went and saw Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny earlier today at my favorite theater, which is the Village East, in the East Village, so like the namesake, which I believe is one of 3 Angelica theaters. I think Angelica bought it somewhere in the last couple, I don't know, years, but it's been one of my favorite theaters that I've been going to since I was 19, in the East Village. But I saw Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. It's great. It's still only a week out, so I'm not going to talk about it very much because spoilers, but if you're a fan of Indiana Jones, you should go see it. It's worth going seeing. It has a nice fitting, you know, kind of farewell. It's James Mangold directed it, you know, taking over for Spielberg, but Spielberg and George Lucas were executive producers, and it has some fun things about it. Phoebe Waller-Bridge is great in it. I just want to say that. That is my positive note about it. And if you think about it, super interesting. Phoebe Waller-Bridge has been involved in Star Wars, James Bond, and Indiana Jones, which we've had Indiana Jones and Star Wars crossover before, obviously, Harrison Ford. And James Bond crossover before, obviously, you know, Sean Connery. But I don't think there's been a person that has been involved in all 3 of those franchises unless Harrison Ford has a James Bond connection, which I think there is a connection somewhere. I don't know if he was ever in the running to be in a James Bond film, even though he is not English, but that does feel like he would be the American actor that would be, you know, in contention for James Bond if it was going to happen. Also, where are we at with the next James Bond? That's a big question. We did get, you know, the big news in the last week that David Cornsweet and Rachel Brosnahan are going to be playing Superman and Lois Lane, which I think it's perfect casting on both. Just going to say that. But one of the films I did watch this week, which I can talk about, not that I can't talk about Indiana Jones, I just, you know, it's still too early, and people should go see it, is From Beyond, the follow-up, Stuart Gordon's, you know, kind of follow-up to Reanimator, which is one of my favorite films. And I was rewatching Reanimator, which is a Freyan, gross-out delight. Stuart Gordon is just incredible. And From Beyond is one of those films that I had seen the beginning before, but I had not seen the whole thing. It stars Jeffrey Combs and Barbara Crampton, who are also in Reanimator. Bruce Abbott from Reanimator, who I just found out was married to Linda Hamilton, random, is not in this one. He is in, you know, Bride of Reanimator, which Brian Usna directed, but he is not in From Beyond. Also, we get Ken Foree, and another actress from Reanimator is in From Beyond. A couple of them, but I can't, including the one named Bunny, but I can't remember exactly what's going on there. But Reanimator is one of my favorite films. I saw it when I was really young. It's pretty funny because it is a horror film that, you know, Roger Ebert and Gene Siskel didn't always give too much love to some horror films, but they did have some nice things to say about it, which is pretty great. Roger Ebert more than Gene Siskel, which makes sense. But Reanimator is one I'd highly recommend. From Beyond is a lot like Hellraiser, and I think it came out 2 years prior, and it's really got some Hellraiser vibes. It's got that, like, S&M sexy quality, and it's also got, you know, the bloody... Well, no, it's not really bloody. It's like Hellraiser if Hellraiser was more goopy, but it came out 2 years before, and they decided to use a lot more goop than blood, so a goopy situation. From Beyond, I never seen it before. I would give it probably 3 out of 5 forehead asparagus dog penises, which is what someone compared the gland, the pineal gland, as they say in the film, that comes out of people's forehead. So anyway, have a great weekend. Go see Indiana Jones if you like the others. Bye.